Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Boxing Day 2019. This is Barry Bear and Stephen here in the studio with you this afternoon. And we've got a big one to cover. So, first up, how to use the leftovers after Christmas Day. Well, you can make a ham and melted cheese wrap or a sandwich. And to tell us more about that, good afternoon to my outsider.
Afternoon, Mr. Beard. It's good to be here today on 26th of December, Boxing Day. And leftovers is a big topic right after Christmas. What do you do with all that food? I mean, right now we've got the problem here at the house, and we've got I don't know if it's a problem there either, but definitely, what do you do with all this food?
Well, you can make a pie out of it or mix it up into a salad, whatever, whatever you like with it. Here's my outsider.
That's exactly right. I mean, as you even mentioned earlier today, Barry, that you've got if you've got the meats and you've got the vegetables, why not make a pie? I think it's a brilliant idea. But if you're not into putting too much effort in, just a simple wrap or sandwich would do it, wouldn't it, Mr. Food?
Yep, and it's best to use up the leftovers in a couple of days because if you don't use them soon, what can happen is the meat will go off and it will smell. Here's my outside.
That's right. You should know what foods, meats will go off first. Eat that as soon as possible. It's not worth saving if it's not good. But most definitely, there's plenty of different meals we can make with all our leftovers. So yeah, that's a big one to cover, Barry.
So it is important, guys, to use up the leftovers as soon as possible, especially the dips and crackers. Here's my outside.
Yeah, definitely all those starter meals before the lunch comes on. That's definitely another one. So got to those cheese and things should last, but don't forget about them. That's for sure.
Because cheese, guys, has the mold on it and it will also smell. Here's my outside.
That's right. Yeah, the cheese. Look, cheese is mold in itself, but definitely don't keep it sitting there, and keep it in the fridge. Yeah, if we're not using it.
And label and date your contents too, guys. Here's my outside.
That's exactly right. You don't want to be just throwing in the foods and not knowing when the expiry is. So definitely label. That's a big one.
So, so how can you tell when food is off, guys? Well, we have the answer for you now. It can become smelly and moldy. Here's my outside.
That's right. The big thing with cheese going off or bad is noticing the color, the smell. They're the two big ones. If it's not the color or the smell, then you will most definitely know when you're tasting it, eating it, because it will be very, very strong, and I'm sure it won't have the best flavor. So be careful of that one.
And especially with the dips as well, because you must eat those or use them up as soon as possible. Here's my outside.
That's right. Make sure we're eating, as we said, those foods that are expired earliest first, and yeah, even bring the neighbors over. Whatever you got to do, just try not to waste the food.
And and make sure you use up your fruit as well. Here's my outside.
Yeah, that's right. The fruit is important too. You've got to make sure we eat that. That can go, especially if you've made desserts with it or whatnot. You want to make sure you eat that all up too.
So would you rather have salmonella food poisoning, or eat up the food. Here's my offside.
That's right. That's right. You would much rather, okay, um, avoid getting sick. So if you do notice food bad, don't eat it. But definitely, look, boxing today, tomorrow, next day, you should be all good. So either way.
But be careful. Now on to the sporting subject. If you are at the cricket, behave yourself responsibly there. Here's my offside.
Exactly. The Boxing Day is always well known for its cricket, the big games we have. So, it's a day of celebration as well for everyone, and definitely a lot of people away on holidays and whatnot. So, look, a lot of alcohol, I'm sure, is involved, but we want to be able to handle and manage ourselves appropriately.
And if you've had too much to drink, guys, please don't drive home. Here's my offside.
That's right. Always have a plan B. It's simple. You don't need to be driving. Keep off the roads and have a plan B. Isn't that right?
And because drinking and driving, guys, after you've been to the cricket or at the pub with your mates, it's not a good mix. Here's my offside.
Yeah, that's right. The big thing is social influence can really heavily, dictate our behaviour and what we do. So want to be careful there and avoid making the bad decision just because our friend or our mate has said, "Do you want to drive?" knowing that you've had too much to drink. So definitely want to be careful of.
So please stay under point oh 0.05, guys, or get off the road. Here's my offside.
That's a great one, Mr. Fear. And I think, especially if you're P players, it means zero. It means nothing. So we want to make sure we know the law, we know the rules, and keep safe.
So, so a couple of people have died already on the roads. A 6-year-old kid the other day after the car he was traveling in rolled several times. And if you are on the road, guys, please take care. Here's my offside.
Exactly right. I mean, that's tragic, and it's not something I was aware of just until now. So that really, really is raw news. And I think bringing that in very quickly, Barry, I think, that's an important message. Make sure we're safe on the roads because it's very real.
To end our show, we'd like to talk about New Year's Eve. And if you are going out on New Year's Eve, guys, plan your trip. Make sure you leave home early and get to your vantage point in good time. Here's my offside.
That's exactly right. New Year's Eve is a busy time for everyone. Everyone's involved. Everyone's doing something. Make your plans early. Know how to get in, get out, and it's exactly right. And just always be wary of your surroundings, and it should all be a good night. Enter 2020.
And get public transport, guys, and leave the car at home and find out where the buses are going to drop you off and pick you up. Here's my offside.
That's exactly right. It's all about the planning, and transport is definitely encouraged. And I think you've hit it on the head there. So transport is the one to go. If you're going to be driving, take it easy, but prepare yourselves for a lot of waiting, a lot of traffic.
And make sure that you've got enough money, guys, to pay for your taxi home because fare invasion is not a good thing to end the New Year's Eve. And On the subject, don't litter the streets. If you bring your rubbish in, take it out. Here's my offsider.
That's exactly right. Another big topic because these times there's a lot of people out and about. Pollution, the rubbish, littering can be very bad. So
And yesterday, a couple of people left a trail of destruction on Bondi Beach. That's disgusting. Here's my offsider.
that's more new news to me. Bring that in very quickly, Barry. That's not good at all. I mean, we don't want to be. We have bushfires going on right now. A lot of our nature being destroyed. We don't want to be seeing more of our beautiful beaches also destroyed.
So we want to end the show by saying if you do take it, bring your rubbish in, please be responsible taking it out because the cleaners spend a hell of a lot of time cleaning up other people's mess. Here's my offsider.
That's right. We have a lot of public service workers having to clean up after, or you know what, even everyday people picking up other people's rubbish, and that's not on. Look after ourselves, take care of the environment, and just be smart.
So another thing we'd like to close on, if you see an alcohol ban sign, please don't bring alcohol in. Here's my offside.
That's right. Our laws in Australia are not like Europe and the rest of the world. We don't allow drinking in public. However, I know New Year's Eve they do designate certain areas for drinking, so we want to be aware of that, especially if we're in our beautiful Sydney Harbour.
Well, we hope that you've enjoyed the show today and thanks for joining us. Before we do go, we have another week of summer videos to bring you before our holidays do draw to a close. And remember, the number that we bring up here on the show, please do not ring 000 unless you've got an emergency, especially with New Year's Eve coming up. And here's my outsider to tell you that message now.
That's important, yeah. That message, not calling 000 unless necessary. It's a big one of yours is very important, especially at this time. We've got all our RFS firefighters working so hard for these ambos. And at a time when New Year's Eve is hitting up the streets, we need to be even more careful because all of our public servicemen will be out and they don't have time to waste.
So don't call that number, please, unless you've got an emergency. Leave it alone. There are other services you can call, such as a visiting doctor or 136, and the same with the after hours doctor. Please don't call them unless it's an emergency because they've got other patients to see. Here's my outsider to bring you that closing message.
That's right, as you said. You know, our public service have a job to do, and they're not there to waste any time. So keep your wits about you, be smart, and you'll enter 2020 with a bright start.
Well, that's our Boxing Day show today for today, the 26th day of December, and stay tuned for our next video, which will be on how to stay safe towards the end of 2019 and how to stay safe on New Year's Eve without any fear. So that's all coming up on the next video, but that's all we have time for today on the show. Thank you for joining us. And remember, use up the leftovers and make some delicious food from them. Here's my outsider to close the show on that.
That's it. It's all about the leftovers and after Christmas. But I think all we can say now is Happy New Year, we can nearly say. And one more week and we're nearly there into 2020.
And I'd like to say on behalf of myself as your host and producer of the show, thank you for tuning into my videos this year. And here's my outsider to say his thank you also.
That's right. Yeah, a great thank you to the viewers and a great thank you to you, Mr. Fear, for running the studio and getting all these videos up and going. It's great to be wearing as many people as we can. And I think you've done a great job for 2019. It's been good to be back and part of the end of your 2019. So looking forward to 2020.
So we have some changes happening in the studio, but I can't tell you what they are yet because they're not officially announced. But that's all we've got time for today. And thank you for your company today. And we'll see you next time around on my YouTube channel. This has been a Barry Fear production in association with Unit 5 here at Narrowena. And remember, keep reaching for the stars, guys. Keep watching my shows. If there's anything you'd like us to cover on the show, please leave us a comment down below. And here's my outsider to take us out with that message.
That's right. Be tuned in, know what's going on, and Mr. Fear and Barry in the studio will bring you into the new year, most definitely.
So just a reminder before we do head off, please stay safe everybody. You only have the one life, and this is where I'd like to end my Boxing Day show today by saying that on behalf of myself, Barry and Stephen, we wish you all the best for the rest of Boxing Day, and we'll see you next time on the show. But until then, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, YouTube watchers. Thanks for watching our Boxing Day show. And that's all, folks. And don't drink and drive or you'll go bang. And here's my outsider to say the same thing.
That's right. We don't want that. Stay safe on the roads. We know what can happen. Thank you, Barry.
And bang! Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for watching. Bye.